Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Clarissa here once again, and this is the 4th episode of our How to Become a Cabin Crew series. And please do check out the other previous videos if you haven't already. I will put the links in the description box below. And for today, I will be sharing some tips on how you can successfully pass your cabin crew interview. Although I know that this has been done by the other amazing flight attendants from various airlines, I just want to add some more points or tips apart from what they've already said and share my experience too, since I went through the same thing several years ago. And I know from experience that it's an uphill climb. From thousands of applicants, we were down to only 15 on the last day, and only 9 of us got accepted. So if you are interested to know how to nail that cabin crew interview and land your dream job, then please stay around and keep on watching. So on my previous videos, I've covered the initial steps of the crew application process, from writing your resume to going to your assessment day. Now, if you're one of the lucky candidates to go past that and they tell you, please come back tomorrow for your final interview, then you're almost there. I know as much as that makes you giddy and excited, you are also anxious and nervous, especially the night before. You're looking for ways, trying to find something online, anything that may prepare you for it. So let's go get into it. Here are my 10 tips on how you can be successful in your cabin crew interview so you can finally sign that much awaited, much coveted, the one thing you've been praying hard for, the job offer. Let's start with the best tip that I can give you. Tip number 1, have the right attitude. There are no other secrets in getting this job because the secret is within you, it's inside you. Be positive and optimistic, that way you attract a lot of positive energy. When I was an applicant, I remember talking to my inner self. And in front of the mirror, I kept telling myself, I really want this for myself. I'm going to grab this chance. See, as long as you are determined and you have that will to succeed, keep pushing yourself and tell yourself, I'm going to get this job. Then who can stop you, right? I didn't let anyone stop me, including my family. Thankfully, my determination paid off and I got the job on my first attempt. However, if you are trying after a previous rejection, I tell you, you have to persevere. I flew once with an Egyptian guy who was so great at being a cabin crew, so hard at work, and I was just so amazed by him. And he told me, I don't want to fail the company and myself because I tried 15 times to get this job. 15 times, and he refused to give up. See, your interviewers will see that your desire, your drive, your burning passion and determination, they will see right through you. And your attitude will set the tone for the day and may greatly affect the outcome of your interview. So have that winning attitude. Tip number 2, dress to impress and for success. The airline requires you to come in full business attire, so plan your attire carefully. Present yourself impeccably well, like how you see the cabin crew in the airports or hotels. When they walk past you, do you take a second look, right? Because you are blown away or mesmerized by how beautiful they are. They look sophisticated and well-groomed, so that has to be your inspiration. Dress well, not only to impress your recruiters, but yourself as well. That way your confidence will be high. You will feel great because you know that you look smart and like a true professional. Wear your best business attire. If you don't have one, either invest in one or borrow something that fits you well. That's very important, and that's one thing less to worry, because when you know that the fit is great and your buttons are intact, you don't have a frayed hem, and your shoes are not giving up on you, then you can focus more on your responses and on what you are saying than your outside appearance. Also, the recruiters will try to envision you in their uniform. So adhere to their guidelines and standards and pay attention to your grooming. That means your hair must be neat and tied in a bun or twist for females, and for males, keep it short, get a haircut and fix it really well. And for your nails, keep it short and trimmed. You don't have to wear a nail polish, but if you want to, then you can opt for a clear polish or a French manicure. Pay attention to your hygiene as well. Touch up if you are sweating a lot and spray some perfume here and there. You want to look and smell fresh and good, and all because you want to make a good and lasting impression. Third is be punctual. Arrive 10 to 15 minutes before your scheduled interview. Airlines are very strict when it comes to reporting times. If you came in late for your interview, chances are they think you might be late as well when reporting for duty. And that's a big no-no, no matter how great you look or qualified you are in all aspects. If you are not prompt or punctual, then instead of getting the golden ticket, you might just get booted out. So arrive on time or earlier than your scheduled interview, all the more if you're not familiar with the venue, the traffic situation in the area, or your travel time to get there. So calculate accordingly. When you get to the venue, you have to be ready because it's showtime. I say that all the time. You have to maintain positive body language all the time, every time. When I was applying for the job, I would always think that the place is teeming with CCTVs and that every move I make is being observed. So think of it that way. The moment that you step on the venue, think that all eyes are on you. Be conscious of your facial expressions. Smile all the time and straighten your posture. Maintain eye contact, especially to your interviewers. You might get 2 or more interviewers, so you look at each one of them and acknowledge what they're saying by nodding. Place your hands on your lap, or better, clasp them. And if you do hand gestures a lot, then try to be aware of that. Don't fidget like touching your earrings, pulling your cups or your skirt, or reaching for your mobile phones if it's in your pocket if you're a male. Just refrain from doing that. Put that in your bag. You might come across as uneasy and that your interviewers might think that you look rather annoyed to be there. So those are negative cues. When you see other staff or candidates in the holding area, just be polite and greet them. Initiate a short conversation. A small talk will do, and that will also help you relieve your anxiety. That brings me to number 5, be calm and composed. Although your insides are doing somersaults and you're smiling, but actually deep inside you are trembling, just stay calm and maintain your composure by smiling again. I'm just so thankful that when I went for my interview, the recruiters were quite nice. They tried to put everyone at ease. I was a bit tense, but they made it light. They were former cabin crew, so they're very friendly. And so on the day of your interview, just relax. They're quite nice. However, if you cannot help it, then try doing some exercises. We do this in the flight. Breathe in and breathe out. Meditate. Zen, have some quiet time. And drink some green tea. Nothing that green tea cannot fix, right? Kidding aside, try doing those exercises and trust that everything will be just fine. Next is be confident. I was about to say be natural, and you really should. However, I know it's quite hard for a lot of people because we don't go for a job interview every day, right? When I went for mine, it was my first job interview ever. And although I was a bit scared, nervous, I knew I had to motivate myself and show them that I was confident. The best way to gain confidence is by being prepared, practicing a lot, and surrounding yourself with people who can help you with your manner of speaking and just influence you in a positive way. However, don't pack in too much confidence that you come across as arrogant and that you're too good for the job. Remember that you are applying for an entry-level cabin crew position and they're looking for someone who's friendly, confident, and smart, and who can carry himself or herself well while performing her duties on board. Alright, let's go to the next tip, which is do a lot of preparation. Like what you're doing now, watching videos that might help you. It pays to be prepared because your interviewers will ask you a series of questions and they're testing your ability and capacity to comprehend. They want to check if you can really understand them and whether you can answer the questions spontaneously and intelligently. That's why you have to do your due diligence in researching about the airline you're applying for. Go to their website and check for any relevant news so that you can be knowledgeable and also you can confidently talk about their company. You can concentrate on 2 or more aspects, maybe their safety record or expansion plans, their multi-awarded service and multinational cabin crew. It's up to you, but it's important to get some bits and pieces that you can mention in your interview and that you will not be caught unprepared when you're sitting in front of your interviewers, right? The worst thing is that you cannot think of anything, or you stammer, or you just blab and end up beating around the bush, and that's not really good. And this preparation that you're doing right now is nothing compared to what is to come. The training that the airline provides you is really, really rigorous, and you have to show them now that you can handle it. Let's go to tip number 8. Don't be afraid to sell your abilities. Be prepared to talk about yourself and what makes you unique and what can you contribute to the company should they hire you. Remember, it is not what the airline can do for you, it is what you can do for the airline. Your interview shouldn't be about them sending you to all parts of the world and giving you a hefty compensation package. Although you can discuss that with your recruiters later on. As I was saying, sell yourself. You can mention that you have strong communication skills and that you are good in customer service or problem solving, whether you can resolve conflicts or appease complaining guests. Be prepared to tell them stories or examples of your recent accomplishments. Perhaps you are the employee of the month in your present company, or you have submitted a proposal that saved the company time, money, and resources. For example, during my interview, I mentioned that I was a licensed nurse and my training was more on providing emergency care. So my spiel revolved around that, and I said something like, I work in a healthcare setting where we receive patients requiring immediate treatment and care. Thus, I can handle high-stress situations, and I always step forward to take an active role in ensuring that all their needs are attended to and met. Like during the time where I attended to more than 20 patients who were involved in a vehicular accident. And then I did this and I did that. And of course, I went on. And in fact, the interviewer also recalled something, shared her personal encounter with the passenger because she was a former cabin crew. So at the end, she was in tears. So yes, speak up and share something. You have to make an impact, and that way they will remember you. Which brings me to tip number 9, speak clearly and spontaneously. Cabin crew are generally good communicators because we engage with people on a daily basis. We empathize with them, sometimes we are their counselors, rescuers, confidants. And so when we deal with people from different countries, we have to make sure that they understand us. Well, English isn't my first language, and if it's the same thing with them, then we have to somehow meet in the middle and make sure that we are clear to each other. That being a large part of customer service, the recruiters are looking for someone who can speak clearly and can think on their toes. So try to modulate your voice when you speak, not too soft and not too high pitch either. If you have a thick accent, then try speaking a little bit slower and clearer. Also practice answering a lot of possible interview questions. There are a lot online nowadays, and think of appropriate and strong words that you can use, like service-oriented, multitasker, reliable team player, and so on, so you appear to be spontaneous. Of course, nothing too rehearsed, and adjust your words and phrases carefully to the questions being asked. When the interviewer asks you if you have any questions for them, don't be shy and ask away. Maybe a statement on the job contract that wasn't clear for you, the challenges of the job, or the expansion plans of the airline. That's an added point for you because you seem to be and you appear to be very interested. And for the final tip, tip number 10, take it as both a challenge and opportunity. You've come quite far already in your application, so this is your chance to prove yourself to them and convince them that you are a good fit for the job. Well, I challenged myself before and I got the job the first try, and I went on to work for an international airline for 7 years. And I grabbed that opportunity and I was not mistaken because I loved the job so much and I embraced everything that came with it. And so my advice is go challenge yourself because the opportunity is right there in front of you. I know this is quite long already, and if you are watching until this end, I know that you are doing your best to prepare and be successful in your job interview. So embrace the challenge and opportunity. Good luck in your application. I wish you nothing but success, and hopefully you will earn your wings soon so you can really be a full-fledged cabin crew. And I hope that this video has helped you in some way because that is really my goal, is to help all of you prepare and succeed. Please hit the like button if you like this video or you find it helpful, and I would love to hear from you, so please do comment in the comment section if you have any questions regarding the application process, the job interview, or the job itself. So that's all from me today. Thank you for watching and I'll see you on the next video.